Welcome back to the National Post Politics Bureau, where once again we're here with Brian Lee Crowley from the Macdonald-Laurier Institute. And Brian, we're here to talk about that meeting with Prime Minister Mark Carney and President Donald Trump. It was, I described it as jovial in the lead of our story when it was breaking. What do you think? They seemed to have a lot of fun in the meeting, but no actual trade progress.
Well, you see, that's a very good comment, Stuart, because when I knew we were going to be talking about this, the question that I asked was, okay, so why did this meeting take place?
Yeah.
What came out of it? And I found I couldn't answer those questions very successfully. It would be a very short. So, but then I looked at the video itself and I thought, okay, I understand now. This is a typical meeting between two politicians who need a political win at home. What Mark Carney needs is he needs to be able to create the impression at home that he's making progress in doing something unspecified with the Canada-US relationship. Donald Trump needs to continually feed his base with images of him with world leaders coming as supplicants, asking for favors from the great man. So each of them needs something from the other. Yeah. But beyond that, nothing was announced. We know nothing about any progress in discussions between Canada and the United States. Carney wasn't there, as far as I know. I see no evidence that he was there to participate at the highest level in negotiations between Canada and the United States. Because sometimes, the top people need to come and cut the Gordian knot and say, okay, it's going to be this and not this. I didn't see any of that. But what I did see was a lot of politicians' mutual back scratching.
Yeah. And you may have seen, this was on the White House Twitter feed, they posted a cinematic trailer of Mark Carney's visit, which I think adds some ammo to your theory. My question for you, though, is when do Canadians get tired of this? We're seeing a lot of chatter, a lot of backslapping, but no deal. Is patience going to run out?
Well, I think Mark Carney is sailing pretty close to the wind now. Remember that he won the election on an elbows up theme. I am going to defend the interests of Canada, relentlessly in Washington. Mr. Trump has, insulted Canada, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But the Carney that was in that meeting with Donald Trump was, on the contrary, they're singing the praises of Donald Trump, rightly or wrong. It might be part of his strategy that, he has to ingratiate himself with a man who's personally quite difficult and prickly. Yeah. And if that's the strategy, okay, well, let's see whether it bears fruit. He's been at it now for, at least half a year, a little more. And other countries in the meantime, UK and others, have gone in, negotiated agreements, come out with something that they seem happy with. We're still talking. And I think at some point, maybe not quite yet, but at some point people are going to say, okay, Mr. Carney, where's the beef? Yeah. Are we getting an agreement or aren't we? And so far I see mostly politicians saying, oh yes, talks continue, we're making progress, but nothing concrete. So at some point, Mr. Carney is going to have to stand and deliver, or people are going to say he's not up to the job.
Yeah, I think the polls are starting to go that way.
I agree.
Thank you very much, Brian, and thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.